Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to the start of the second season with Borussia Dortmund in my Football Manager 2014 Let's Play. And I like to focus on the outs going first. There is some big names and some for big money as well, which is good for the club. But we had to look to replace them, of course. But first up, Lucas Piszczek was going out to Galatasaray for 4.9 million. If you look at him right now, for me, he didn't look like a fantastic defensive right back, even though that's not really what I'm looking for, but I felt we could have conceded goals because of that reason. You can see 11 tackling and only 9 marking. Of course, he's good going forward, but he was declining in that way as well. So I believe it was time for him to leave the club. He was on a decent amount of wages as well, so it was good to let him go for that reason. But then the big deal of this transfer window. PSG always seem to come in with big offers for my players when I'm a big team. It was Raphael with Manchester United, and with Dortmund, it is Sven Bender. And I thought he was fantastic. He's got amazing attributes, but for me, he didn't play amazing. It's really the same reason with Raphael. I thought he had good attributes, but he didn't play amazingly in the role I wanted him to. Probably even more so Bender. I love his attributes, but he just didn't perform. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was the team, maybe it was him. Maybe it was his personality. Don't really know. But for a guy who had a... What was his rating in the league? His rating was a 6.93. To get it off of 38 million, well, at least to negotiate for that, that was a fantastic deal because it just gave me so much money and it's going to put us in good stead in the future and other stuff I'll talk about a bit later. So yeah, a lot of other players, like older players as well, like Friedrich and Kiel, I just let him go more wage... Yeah, to let go more wages as well. Didn't think they were quality, so it's good to let them go. And then a little deal, Julian Schieber to Mainz. Again, he really wasn't the required quality. He's good physically, got some pace and stamina, strength, all of that, but his composure is really lacking, and I didn't really even want to give him a chance because I didn't think I would want him in the team. I would always want to sell him, so he was gone, and like I said, I don't believe he would have been good enough, especially with other strikers coming in who have potential to be better, so... that's not bad deal. So now the exciting part, of course, the in. There's some amazing players coming in, good deals, especially 45 million going out, and all these quality players altogether is about 23 million. So that's a good deal. It's around half of the players going out. So I was happy with that to make this squad, but I guess is it going to be good enough? That's the question. But we brought in Nemanja Vidic from Manchester United for free, which was insane to do that because he still played really, really well in the second season for Manchester United for me, so I'd be expecting definitely the same thing. Getting the experience, him and Mats Hummels together, you think we should be able to defend better. Again, that's something I'll talk about later as well. Nemanja Vidic, big part of that. We need another experienced defender, if I'm honest, and then a younger defender. Emmanuel Mamana, he is a younger type, younger defender, 18 years of age. He's probably not of the required quality at the minute, but just that rotation guy, maybe to play in cup matches or against lower-rated teams. So, again, that's something he could develop into a good centre-back for us in the future. You can see he does have that good potential to be a star in this league. So, we'll just see how he goes on. He came from River, obviously 5.5 million. He didn't even play heaps for them last season, so I would be expecting the same games. But he would improve throughout the season, I would hope anyway. So he's a good talent. Hopefully he can kick on with us and improve and all of that good stuff. And a couple of others here, Jidong Wong. He was actually agreed before I joined the club. He agreed to join in real life. And when he signed, actually said the sales will boost because he's from South Korea. So you'll get that boost from South Korea shirt sales, I think. But I guess it remains to be seen if that will happen or not. But yeah, that's happened when you sign Asian players, so that's good. But anyway, yeah, he's got a decent current ability. His current ability is probably not a top 4 level, but he has potential to grow. So it's really just remains to be seen if he'll be that high quality or not. But he does have the potential. You can see there, the 3.5 star. But it says he's going to be a star. He's going to be a star in the Bundesliga. So last season for Augsburg, I think they got relegated, so he didn't have a fantastic season. We got a striker from a relegated team, but I doubt it would be his fault. They got relegated, but still, it's just a free transfer, a guy who's worth over $1 million. If it doesn't work out, we can sell him. So yeah, not really huge amount of risk in that deal. And also, I'm not sure how I signed this guy. I didn't sign him. He looks crap, but I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I had, like in my staff responsibilities, I'm pretty sure I had something, finds and makes offers for young players on the future. I believe I had that on someone. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But I made sure I had it for me to finalise the signings. Finalise the signings for the players for the future. So I'm not sure what happened there, but nonetheless, it's not a huge deal because, yeah, he can just play some games for Dortmund too. And, yeah, obviously they have to play some games. If I go to Dortmund 2, registration or fixtures, are they even in? They're not even in the league, so I'm not sure what they're going to do, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. You can see I released a lot of players actually from here because I don't want players being there. If they're there, I'm actually going to probably try and send them out on loan, or if they're young enough to play in the under 18s or under 19s, because players under 16, you can't play them in the first team. They have to be at least 17, so I can't play good prospects. Obviously, this guy I could, Emil Leverstad, but I don't think he's good enough yet, even though he is labelled the next Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But I'm probably going to send him out on loan. I'll list him for loan. Hopefully he can join, but I'm not even up to him yet to talk about. But anyway, next up, so that's what happened with that Khalid Nari guy. He doesn't really have high potential, I'll just show you. Only 1.5 star, but yeah, I don't know if my team ever will be in the next league, like the third division. I don't know how that's going to work, but we just sent him out on loan, who knows. And he was signed on a free anyway, so if we ever sell him even for a little bit, it will be profits. So, nonetheless, moving on, Philip McGrath from Northern Ireland. He is a very good potential, 4.5 star, insane stuff right there. And he's gone out on loan to Sion. And here, he should get some first team games, I'm hoping anyway. He played for Cliftonville, got some games there. When he just came through the academy. So he looks like a really good talent through the midfield as an attacking midfielder. So very high hopes for him. And also Robbie Vidmar, another guy we signed and then sent out on loan to Grasshoppers. He looks like a solid right back, really solid right back for the future. Not quite yet. So he's gone out loan. It's hard to say. I want to give young players games, but I want to play well at the same time. So it's probably best for all parties concerned for him to get some game time as a first teamer at Grasshoppers and come back next season and maybe get some games for us. We'll just see. And he is reasonable on the left foot, could play a left back role as well. But we'll move on to that guy I said, Emil Leverstad, who is labelled the next Solskjaer. With that kind of thing, he's not really happy at the minute. What's his problem? He's pleased to join. He's unhappy with the training workload. What are we doing with him? His quickness, I'm hardly working anything with him. And just on average, okay, workload heavy. That's what you got to deal with at the best teams at the start of the season. But, you're always going to have someone who complains. But nonetheless, we're probably going to send him out on loan for that reason. So he probably won't be complaining for too much longer. He's got that 4-star potential ability with a lot of strikers. I like to have a lot of players, young players in a position because that means we have options. Because sometimes if you put all your hopes into one young prospect and he doesn't make it, you're stuck. You're stuck right there, and you don't have another guy to come through. So I always want to make sure I have a lot of positions coming through, a lot of players. So he looks like a good talent though. He needs to improve physically in those attributes, but of course we can work on that with him. But first season, probably want to get him out on loan. Next up, Matej Vidra. He is a free transfer. I don't think, again, he's in the same boat as G, if I'm honest. They're only good players at this level, but they have potential to grow into really good players, and they both can actually play out wide in wing positions right there, and inside forwards as well, so they could make the impact there. And also, people were wondering who would score goals for me if Lewandowski was out. And the big man, I'll talk about him, Aubameyang, he got the most goals in the league actually last season from playing right wing. Imagine if he'll play striker, how much goals he'll get. So that's pretty good if you ask me. But with one of our better players in Lucas Piszczek going out at right back, Sebastian Jung, we need to find the replacement for right back. We signed him, How much did we sell Piszczek? Yeah, we actually got him cheaper, which was fantastic, especially below his value. Really, really good. Fantastic guy to sign. He played for Frankfurt last season, who had not a great season. They finished close to the bottom. Of course, they didn't get relegated though, but he didn't play fantastically, but a decent rating for a team that struggled. He's got a decent potential as well, 3.5 star to be a star. And yeah, he can play at this current level, and he's a complete wingback, perfect. Play down the right side, could play centre back if needed, or left back also. He's pacey and he's got that stamina and natural fitness. So he's going to be an important player for me in this first team this season and continuing on to future seasons. But biggest transfer of this, at least by the money, by the cost, was Lucas Silva from Cruzeiro, a young Brazilian defensive midfielder, but will play him as a centre mid, as a what do you even call it? Yeah, ball-winning midfielder if I go to midfield roles, and ball-winning midfielder on defend. You can see he's got some key attributes, plus a good passer. So the difference between Sven Bender and this guy's actually a creative player. He could be more creative if we need him to be. So he's going to be the signing in that position, so he could be really good. He's got a report of 4-star and another player that's going to be a star. So we've got a lot of stars coming through, which is exciting for the future of this club. But we also have a few guys coming through that haven't joined yet or joining in the future. Osman Hadzikic. I really need to find a goalkeeper because, of course, our main goalkeeper, Roman Weidenfeller, is getting older, 33, but that's not too old. That's decent for a keeper, but maybe in 2 or 3 seasons, I'll need a guy coming through, and that's why I signed him. But there's also another guy as well, but I like him. I like the look of him. He looks like decent. Only got 2.5 star, but still potentially be a leading player in the Bundesliga. So still depends how he grows. Only signed for 1 million, so it's not heaps, and he could develop into a decent player. And then we signed Gustavo, a Brazilian goalkeeper as well, who has got a potential to be a leading player in this league with a 3-star potential ability. So it's all good there as on. He was signed for a free. So that was really good. So we have 2 guys potentially coming in to replace whoever gets to be the best player. Will replace him, really, hopefully, or make a big money signing if there isn't really anyone of the required quality. But also a regen we signed before that for 400k is this guy, Marcelo Aguilar. He's got a 4-star potential ability. He has probably a higher potential ability than those other guys. So if those other players fail, this guy can come through for the future, but realistically, probably 4 or 5 seasons away. So keep that in mind. So we've got the goalkeeper's position covered, hopefully, with those transfers and other guys. Chanchura, signed on a free transfer, will be joining at the start of next year. Not next season, next year, or the end of the year, whatever you want to call it. But he's going to be a winger for us. Very creative player, but I'm not sure if he's going to be that high quality. Report 3.5 star, but still another potential to be a star in the league. So we're getting in those talents. I always love to do that. I'm sure you know with these videos. You can see I'm negotiating for Matt Hummels, but honestly, I don't want to sell him. I'm pretty sure they made an offer, but then I just made an offer to swap for Rafael Varane. So if they accept that, we get Varane, and he's a better player and younger. Well, not better player, at least equal value, at least equal quality. So, yeah. And they probably won't even accept it anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's it on all of those. And you can see here we have 400k available wage budget. And this is something that's got me a bit angry. I wanted to sign Alex Song from Barcelona. The deal actually was accepted. He will be a perfect player. And we accepted like for 12 million or something, like a really good deal. And he wanted 200k per week, which I thought, sure, he's a quality player coming from a big team. He's expecting big wages. And yeah, I thought I could give that to him, but I was only able to give him 100k. I couldn't do it more, but we have 400k available wage budget. 400,000. Look at that. And I couldn't offer 200,000. I do not get that. I do not get it, but and maybe they're doing that in case we don't want, they're preventing us to go in the red or something, but Alex Song, that's really led me to sign Lucas Silva instead. We would have had an experienced player, one of my favourite players as well, Lucas Silva, and also for another backup, we're looking to sign Romelu on a loan transfer, and maybe with a future fee as well, because he's not wanted by Spartak for whatever reason. He's listed as a backup player. I don't know why. They must think they have better options, but yeah, he's a good player with some potential, again, to be a star. So if we can get the loan deal done for him and he impresses, I'll definitely look to make a move for him throughout the season. He played 2 games for them last season. Obviously wasn't in the plans, but he played well, so that's all good. And also another deal, or yeah, other things I've done, training facilities, improving youth facilities. And if I go to information, you can see the facilities also here. I've improved the youth recruitment. It's up to extensive now, which is great. And the junior coaching is excellent, improving that. and you can see training facilities and youth is already excellent, and they are improving. So with the money coming through, I'm going to keep trying to improve these kind of stuff. Not just, you don't put money into players, you have to improve the club, and hopefully we'll continue to get talent. And that's almost being realistic, selling Bender for a big amount of money like Dortmund have done in real life. They've sold their better players on for the money and continue to improve. Well, not improve. That's just how they operated. So I guess you could think that was realistic in some way. And also we signed up another team with financial benefits, a feeder club. First off, we had Seattle. Well, if you didn't see it, we do, from America. So we've got that American merchandising sales down, but now we've got it in Japan, the two biggest countries for that. Perfect. I'm really happy about that, again, to bring in the finances. So you saw with those finances, like I said, to improve with all the talent coming through. And last year we picked up so much young talent with our players. Sealsbin was one of them. The other guy looked better, but this guy, he's only 14. 14. Wow. He's 14. Honestly, I don't have too many, I'd never get that many players, but he has potential ability to be a world-class striker in the future. So, but he doesn't look that amazing compared to other players, maybe because he doesn't have an amazing area, like he's not overly pacey or he's not overly strong, but I guess his technical attributes are pretty strong for a young player, and they can continue to improve. We'll just see how it goes. 16 flair, off the ball 13. So we'll see how he can improve. Improving, yep, you can see physically. His flair is going down somehow. But anyway, yeah, I always thought this guy looked better. And he only has potential to be a star, not a world-class player. So his potential could be lower. But he's the guy who actually looks amazing in terms of his strength. Look at that strength. He's not really quick, but he does have the strength, fitness, long shot 16, determination good as well. So to me, he actually looked better. But yeah, that's just really my opinion. Then, of course, we had the left back, Juan Carlos Sanchez, or Gonzalez. I've no idea why I said Sanchez. I think there's this guy called Carlos Sanchez, like a defensive midfielder in Colombia. I have an ultimate team. That's probably why I said that, to be honest. But yeah, this guy's name is Juan Carlos Gonzalez. And this is the result of getting a lot of Brazilian coaches. Of course, he's not Brazilian, but it's still part of South America, getting that scouting arrangement and all of that. And it worked. We've got a high-quality South American left back. He is from Uruguay. Sorry if I said Argentina. I don't know if I did or not. But yeah, he's from Uruguay. And yeah, just part of that South American. And yeah, he's going to be a good left back in the future. So potentially be a star. So we've got all these bases covered, really. And then again, a right back, Marco Decker, fantastic. So yeah, all bases covered, really. That's perfect. I'm pretty sure I can explain everything. Wow, so much to go through. I did that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And I was thinking, how long this episode gone? 18 minutes? Nah, I'll go with it. And if you like these longer episodes, just leave in your comments. But not all episodes are going to be like this, because some people don't like it when you talk about extra stuff. Some people do. Of course, you can't please everyone in YouTube. But yeah, here's the lineup we're going. I set it up before. You can see Jidong Wong striker, Grosskreutz left wing, Mkhitaryan as attacking midfielder, Aubameyang right wing. If my strikers can't score, I'll be definitely not hesitated to bring Aubameyang in the striker, because he banged the goals in last season. Lucas Silva, ball-winning midfielder, and Gundogan as a deep line playmaker, because Sahin's only on 87 condition right now. Marco Reus is injured, that's why Grosskreutz is coming in, but I like Grosskreutz. He's a really good player, was quality last season, good average rating. So he's going to come into the first team. Vieto condition, he's a bit tired right now from playing games. So Sahin, actually, I'll leave him. Jogic is not that quality yet in my view. And a guy who's actually been promoted, Marian Sarr, after last season, played for the second team. Say they were in the third league. That's what I mean. So I have no idea what happened, but yeah, that's... If I go to them right now, third Liga, it doesn't show. So maybe they are in. It's just, yeah, I have no idea how that works, but the league's just not on. You can't see the results and stuff. But yeah, they still play league matches. You just don't see it. You can't see the league. But nonetheless, he played so well for them. Really, really well. So the report, he potentially be a star again, of course. Sarr, the star. He's got some very good attributes for a younger player, and he can play in multiple defensive positions. So he's going to be a rotation player this season. It's really good for me, I think. And he's either-footed. Come on, like, how good is that? he's going to be a really good player, I hope anyway. He can pass as well, so he could play midfield position. Maybe he could play that ball-winning midfielder because he can tackle and he can play those passes without making mistakes. His decisions is decent for a younger player as well, and he's composed. So, yeah, he's like a really bright talent. Excited to use him in my team. Actually, should I play Werner? Yeah, I'm going to play Werner instead of Grosskreutz in that left wing because I don't really care if I win or lose this match. Last season, I won it against Bayern Munich and we didn't win the league. So, okay, what has happened? Okay, I'm going to give you time to guess what has happened. Like, drop in your comments before I play this. Or not play it, just show you how. Just guess what happened for Bayern Munich. They won the league, but now suddenly they're playing this way. Do you think Pep Guardiola would be playing with 5 at the back? I don't think so. Just have a little guess what happened, and I'll tell you maybe in about 5 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. They signed the Juventus manager. I'm not sure if you would have got that right, but maybe you did if you see the Serie A formation. 3 at the back or 5 at the back. It's 3 at the back, I guess. But yeah, that's what happened, and they're playing that formation. So I'm really not sure. That's actually probably the best thing that could have happened, a change of manager. Because, you know, Pep Guardiola is quality. But in this kind of formation, are they going to be good in this kind of formation? I'm not sure. They signed Ginter, who actually I thought I could have signed if I wanted to, but he decided to go, but we signed Vidic. So this guy is definitely a hot prospect, but we've got the experience in Vidic, and we've got our own one in Mamana, but Ginter probably looks better at the current time. But they're looking this formation, but I'm not sure if they can dominate. See, Bayern Munich is a team that will dominate you. I'm not sure they can dominate with this kind of formation and tactic. I'm not sure. Leave your thoughts. So, again, just to prove it, where are we? Bayern, their manager, Antonio Conte. So, yeah, that happened. I was just so surprised they would change their manager. And this was probably the best thing, because last season, obviously, they won the league, and now they have Lewandowski. So, yeah, just leave your thoughts on the change of manager and how they're going to be playing now. And do you think it gives me a better chance than if Pep Guardiola was the manager? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Are we favourites? I think it said we were favourites. Preview. Match analysis. We're actually favourites, which I do not understand. Maybe it's the crap formation. Well, you can't say it's crap. It's good. It's different to them Bayern Munich would play. So we'll go to passionately. Special day for the supporters. And like I said, I won this game last season. I won it. But we didn't end up winning the league or even get to the next rounds of the Champions League, the knockout stages. So I'm not really caring if I win or lose because of those reasons. And also, I've gone to a counter formation, maybe just to change it up, play a bit more defensive. Of course, we scored lots of goals last season, but we conceded. We conceded some goals. We still scored the most goals in the league, but we still conceded more than Bayern Munich did. So I believe maybe we should play slightly defensive. So early on here, we give the ball away. Lewandowski finds Muller. Wow, that was close. I thought that would have been a goal for sure, and I would have been eating my own words. Sorry. But yeah. Okay, we have a set piece. Corner. Lucas Silva, can he make an impact? Ooh. Werner. Look at all these young talents. Werner, Lucas Silva, Mkhitaryan back to Werner. So yeah, this is not a formation where they would dominate. Like I said, it's not based on dominating possession for Bayern Munich like Juventus. So yeah, I'm just really surprised. I'm trying to think how Bayern Munich will do this season, and I'll love for you to see. I would love to see your feedback on them getting Conte as manager and the way they're going to play, because obviously the Italian way, 3 at the back. So it'll be interesting how it translates into the Bundesliga. Leave your thoughts. But here, Ginter moving into midfield. And it'll make for interesting games as well to see how our formation comes up against theirs. See, we dominated possession there. And when we played against Bundesliga, when we played Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga last season, they were dominant. They want to keep possession. Obviously, it'll be a different case now. And I'll say I'm not happy. I was scared that I was going to get a bad result, but I always say I'm not happy when I'm winning with a team with high expectations. So Lewandowski hasn't scored against us, so that's good so far. So here, what was that? Vidic, just a yellow. Okay, that's not too bad. Just as long as they don't score. But the formation, oh no. Oh, good, yep, good save. It is good at times when they get forward. They have a lot forward because they have the 3 at the back. So it probably could be a good formation. But I concede from a set piece. Unfortunately, early in the season, I work on my tactic to make it as fluid as I can, and I don't work on the set pieces because I believe it's a waste of time. Because you need to get your tactic as fluid as possible. But it's really disappointing to concede those goals. But I'm not surprised because it's not the first time. But we'll look to change things up here, and because we're on counter, this is when I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to attacking. When I'm not winning, of course, or when I'm losing more so. So Silva's going to come off. It's been his debut, so of course he's not going to dominate yet. We'll bring Sarr into that position, like I said. I'd rather just give some younger guys a chance. Jidong Wong hasn't played great, which is not great signs right now. We'll bring on Vidra, see if he can make an impact, and Gundogan maybe. Sahin. Sahin is a quality player. We'll see what he can do for us right now. So I was saying it's not a bad formation. It's just different to how would you expect Bayern Munich to line up. I was just surprised when I saw that. Okay, here we need a score. Lucas Silva is still on. Jung, Aubameyang. Wow, it was a good chance created, I guess. Gundogan, Jung, Aubameyang. At least we're creating chances. That's a positive sign. We're going attacking now, making some changes. And we did make a lot of signings as well. So they need to gel in the team. That's obviously going to take a period of time. They've got to throw in here. Hopefully they don't score again. Oh, no. It was close. But yeah, as I said, I didn't really brag too much last season when I bet Bayern Munich because I know, the league was going to be tough and they did end up winning it, so it wasn't really a big achievement at the end of the day, but I guess it's still a competition one. It's not too bad, I suppose. Javi Martinez. I guess they can still dominate possession at times like this. The passing can be good, and they can play it out wide and Lamb back in, but it was a pretty poor cross by Philip Lamb on that occasion. As we go to the end of the match, I would say we look a bit rusty, but we have actually created good chances from what I've seen. From the highlights that I've seen, we've played okay. Passing has been good. See, the passing there, short passing, has been effective. We haven't just been able to get our chances. It could be disappointing. We only lost from a set piece, which I'm not surprised by. I don't really care if I lose by set pieces anymore because it's happened so many times. It's not even funny anymore. It was a pleasing performance still, and they agreed with that. It's good to keep your morale up heading into the season because I believe we can continue to improve because we've got a younger squad, and they only had 2 shots on target and we had 7. I'm not going to complain. There's just the stats for you. You can judge for yourself. We had 7 on target and they had 2. That's all I can say. And they scored from, of course, a set piece. We defeat in the Super Cup, and they continue the tradition even though I won it last season. And they lift the Super Cup, and hopefully it could be a good sign. I won it last season, but they won the league. Maybe I can win the league this time. So we'll see how it pans out. But anyway, this episode has definitely gone on long enough, so I won't go into more stuff because I did already so much transfer stuff going on. So leave your thoughts on this huge, huge episode, and I'll see you guys next time.